Once you have installed the class FC4 invoice capture, what you're supposed to do is run it as administrator like that, then say yes, and the password is admin, username and the password is admin. Then open up the invoice capture. This is how the menu looks like. First things first, what you need to do is come here, you do some user management, say it's admin, select all permissions, save the permissions, and then close. Then restart the invoice capture. But in my case, I've already enabled the prompts. So what I'm going to do is to do an FC4 settings like this. So here you're going to input the serial just after KRA MW. So where the letters, the digits begin 017200. Then you choose the mode of communication. So for example, you have COM. COM is the RJ11 communication protocol. But in my case, I've used the internet. So I've RJ45. Then here you're going to type the IP address which is displayed at the first window of the FC4 Type C, and in my case is 192.168.112. Then you do a test of the communication. If the machine says okay, then it means you're good to go. Great. Now the next this next step is to do a folder. Remember, this machine has a method of how they will sign the invoices. So in my case, will have to create 5 folders, which are the signed, unsigned, output data, and then the non-physical. So all these folders have to go hand in hand with the FC4 installation. So what you do, just come into just Type C or anywhere, but I most probably prefer going to local disk C. Then I create. These are the folders. I've already created the folders. So what you need to do is to create the 5. So signed is where the first folder signed. It's actually the primary folder which is mapped by the POS system. So remember, when the POS system you are commanding it to print, you will print via the printer connected to the ESD. And the printer connected to ESD must map this folder. So here, all documents which need to be signed have to be saved in this folder. Then the machine, if the invoice capture, will realize that there's a pending invoice which need to be signed. Then it will do a verification, and then it will forward. So after forwarding, if the folder is signed, it will be saved here. Oh, sorry, it has to be for sign. So this folder where you save all the invoices which need to be signed. But the other one is to save the invoices which have been successfully signed. This is meant for storing the invoices which have not been signed. These are the invoices which are not recognized as physical invoices. Then here is the backup. So you need to have these 5 folders. So if you have them, what you need to do is come here, and then map them. Just map the root. Like for example, I come here, I have them in here FC4, and I say the folder should be PDF file for sign like that. Then you press OK, and so on for all. Then you save the configurations. Next you come here, you come to others. Others is to just click the behavior of how the machine will be doing the signature protocol. For example, if you want this to do in a test mode, you can just enable the text. If you wish to be capturing log is like the machine will tell you if an invoice is not captured, why it has not been captured, where the error is, and all that. Copy mode, this is when you want to do a duplicate. That is when you have already produced the main invoice. Now you are doing a copy of the main. So the machine will be able to check the invoice number against the one you had produced earlier. Then it will put a timestamp on the invoice that this is a copy. It's not an original. It's not an original invoice. It has already been signed, and to its memory, it will not be able to capture it because it recognizes it as a copy. As they retry to sign the unsigned, these once we enable it, remember when the invoice capture is trying to capture the invoice and then it realizes the invoice does not meet the minimum requirements, it just forwards it to the folder unsigned. Now you can enable such that every time the machine is idling, it can retry to pull some of the unsigned invoices from the unsigned folder, and then if they are valid, it will sign. If they are not, it will just throw them to the non-physical folder. You have the sign the text document. This one you are not. It's meant to sign the not PDF documents, but in our case, we would wish to treat everything with non-physical. So the next one is physical FC4. Now at here, you realize this code is what you will put here, this one. So when you come to physical, you'll be able to realize it has auto-populated. Even when you click the drop-down menu, you realize it has been auto-populated. What you need now to do is to click here and type KRMW now to complete the whole serial number. Then at this point, you'll be able to print now to put the pin of the owner of the ESD. So in our case, I'm used the company's pin. Then you do a read. If all the parameters are right, it will say upload is okay. If they are not, it will give an error. But if the machine is not visualized, tutorial. So if you wish to visualize the FC4, you can just do that by doing the set parameters. It will upload this to the machine's memory. Click here, but in my case, I've already done, so it's why it's giving the error. And if you wish to visualize, you just click here. Visualize. It will call the TIMS server. Then you do the save the configuration. Next is now doing the signature. So how you do that is you come here, click on this submenu, this one, take you to the window. At this point, at the document type, just going to set the name of the document, just a random name of your wish. Then at here, you click select, then choose a template of the invoice you will be signing. Then you just come somewhere and you select where you need the signature to be appearing. So in my case, I want it to be there. So, and I say apply. Then I come here. Then now start training the machine on which fields it will be capturing. So I need you to pay a close attention. Always ensure that the first one is the document key. Document key is the serial number. So mine is to just populate it that way. It has auto-populated. So it's okay. I say apply plus. I just want to have the second field. In my case, I say invoice number. So I just come here, check from my invoice where is the invoice number, and I find it is here. So the first one is the column name. So mine is invoice. The second one is the data field, and mine is this one. And I say apply plus. Come next to invoice describe. Basically, invoice describe is the name of the invoice, so we call it just invoice. See, it has not captured. Let me just do a repeat. Not yet. Maybe try again. There you go. And I'll try again. There we go. Apply plus. Next one is at this point we don't need a relevant number. Relevant number we do only when we are doing a credit note. Exemption number so applies to the guys who are not doing VAT or who are doing exempted VATs. Pin of the buyer, you can only use it if the document has a pin of the buyer, and in my case I do not have the pin of the buyer, so I'm not interested with that field. So Next one is PLU name, which is mandatory. So mine will just come here, map the column name, which is item description. Then the data field is repairs and services, like that. Hello. Ooh. Mm. No. Mm. Then you. Mm. Mm. Yeah. So, niendelee. Siongee. Maliza kucheka niendelee man. Um, Next, place, click plus. I just want to add another data field. So in my case, I do HS code can only apply when the invoice is zero rated. Come to sales. Here the sales is this, right? So I just choose it this way. If it's quantity, the data field, just map where the amount is. Press apply plus. Next one is tax type. I'm not interested because my taxations have a value, so I just go to sales quantity. Sales quantity I choose is this one, QTY. Then data field is 1. Like that plus document sales amount. It is this, the multiplication of the rate versus the quantity. So in my case it's 1 so I expect the amount to be the same, just like that. Press apply. Then I come here and now I start doing the VAT A net. So the VAT A net is the amount before VAT, or what we basically call taxable amount. So what was this amount before VAT? It was 100. So mine, what I'm going to do is to map the column name or the row name, sorry. Then the data field is 100. Like that. Come again to this. Now the VAT value is the VAT value, now the VAT taxation, which in my case it is this, then this, apply. Then the last bit, the rest are just the taxations. You can see we have at B, which is 8% and all blah blah blah. Now I'm just only interested with cash total gross, which in my case is total here. So I map it this way. Come again here, I map. Now, when you are mapping the total, try to avoid capturing the case. The machine is sensitive to that, so it only needs the value, not anything else. So once I'm done with everything and everything is set, mine is to come to the logo. Then I'll try to copy where I saved my document. Try to copy this. It is this. Copy this to the folder for sign, so that we can see if the machine can sign document. So just come here, definitely sign, and like that. Then I get back to my this one, then I click start to sign. So should capture. It's doing a document validation. So we give it time. I don't know why it's taking long, but you can also increase the signature sign in speed. is basically done at here. For setting others, here signature interval variation, so you can even increase the number and then save the configuration. Then come here, check, it's going to sign. So let's see, it's going to give a signature. So good to come here, check from the folder. The invoice has disappeared. If it has not, it means still in the process of being validated. So let's see, timed out. So I don't know why it's giving a timeout. I might be tempted to just stop the task, come and check the communication protocol is right. Might have gone somewhere wrong. Check, machine lost the signal. We just redo again. Okay, it's okay. I go further to retry sign in again. Let's see if it will be able to capture. There is no invoice, no sign in, so we stop. Go back. Let's check where could be the issue. Okay, it had prompted to take away the invoice, but that's not an issue. I'm going to retry again. Not really. There is no invoice, no sign in. Oops.